The thing that has piqued my interest, though, Ellie, is what's going on with Ariana and Ethan. Explain it to me like I'm an alien that's just arrived.
Okay, so everyone thinks Ariana Grande and Ethan Slater had split up because they haven't been seen together and they don't stand together at the premieres, etc., etc. They're still together. They're just, ever since day one and they got together, because obviously they got together in a bit for like a blaze of, fire, because they were obviously respective breakups and obviously there was no overlap. But I think it's always been really, the public have always been really interested in them as a couple and what they do and how they got together. They've always conducted themselves in a private manner. So they're not public with their relationship. You don't see them walking down the street holding hands or going out for a romantic tea. They are very much behind closed doors. And I think when a lot of the time, if fans haven't seen a couple together, I think the last picture of them actually together, same frame, was April. People go, have they split up? And then obviously didn't go to the MTV VMAs with her. And people are like, oh, what's happening? But no, they're still together. So they weren't seen together, obviously, at the premiere. And they did go to the after party. They left separately. And then she headed off to the Mandarin Oriental, very nice hotel. And then a driver took him there about an hour after. And they went up to their room to obviously discuss scripts and whatnot on the next press tour. So they are still together. I feel like people just get really obsessed that they're not, but they absolutely are.
Has this press tour been as mad as the other one? Do you remember all the crying?
Yeah, I feel like the hype around this one's like died down.
Why is that? Because what I'd never understand, sometimes you get these films that come in twos and there's huge hype around one, and then the second one comes along, or even the third one comes along, and it just seems to die down. Why is that?
I just feel like the excitement's probably worn off because we've kind of seen it all before. Like, amazing, you turned Leicester Square into the Yellow Brick Road. You do it a second time round and everyone's like, we've kind of seen that. I just feel like there is sometimes it's a bit of deja vu and people aren't as hyped. I mean, spoiler alert, apparently the second film nowhere near as good as the first.
Oh dear.
And that comes from our resident theatre, a wicked lover, Hal Davis, who said he was disappointed to report he didn't enjoy it as much. And that's a lot from Hal.
And Flick and I were saying that we weren't that struck about on the first one. You know, we just don't quite get the hype around any of it.
I mean, spoiler alert, I've not watched either. I couldn't think of anything worse.
Well, I only watched it the other day when I was having a lovely codeine post-operation slump on the sofa, and I thought, I need something a bit trippy in this moment. I'm going to put Wicked on, and was just waiting for Defying Gravity.
Yeah, I feel like that's it, isn't it?
Yeah.
Just, I'm not that into it.
Well, the thing is as well, we're not alone in this. We're not just like a row of fuddy-duddies. I think quite a lot of people who loved the first are saying that they weren't as fussed by the second. So, Sabrina Carpenter, though, in other movie news, is up for playing Alice in Wonderland. What's the situ there?
Yeah, I love this. So she's being lined up to play Alice in Wonderland, which is wild. I feel like this is a big... Obviously, then we had Adele's first acting role in that amazing new Tom Ford film. I feel like this is such a thing for pop stars. They often go and sort of get their acting chops on. Try something different, look at Dua Lipa did it, Rita Ora, Jack's 360 queen, as he calls her. And then you've obviously got now this amazing Sabrina who did this amazing mock-up, as you can see there today, in the dress and the outfit. I think it's such a pop star thing to do. They're all just adding different strings to their bow. But Adele's the one I'm most excited about because I think this will be the most public we've kind of seen Adele. So obviously when her career first started out, she did all the press runs, she did everything. But as her career went stratospheric, she just started to do absolutely nothing. So if you're doing a film this big with that many amazing stars alongside her, like Owen Cooper, who I'm obsessed with from Adolescence, is in it too. I just think he's a brilliant actor. If she's going to be doing red carpets and promo runs, imagine Wicked on this scale. It's going to be like that. And you think, wow, we're going to see so much of Adele. It's going to be brilliant because obviously they're going to want to shove her front and centre. Yeah. Because everyone's going to watch that film because Adele's in it. It
used to be one of those things when I was growing up in the 80s that a lot of pop stars did. It was something you just did when you reached a level of fame. So you had like, David Bowie doing it. You had Madonna doing it.
Jason Donovan.
Yeah. Not the best example. But really big names. Sting became an actor, and I actually think it was probably Madonna that killed it off a little bit because she'd made so many bad films. So it's been about 20 odd years before, since you've had that glut of pop stars, but now they all seem to be doing it. I think it's just in our age of streaming, the lines between music and movies and TV shows is just getting blurred. But I'm here for it. If one of these pop stars can act, let's see them give them a good role and let them go.
I like it more if they can't act.
Oh, well, yes. Although, again, if you've seen a Madonna movie, some of her stinkers, you'll want to watch Wicked again.